So, uh, the negative self-talk, how to avoid that and what to do instead. That's what we're going to talk about today because it is so easy. It's almost second nature. I know it has been for me in the past. I'm like this recovering Debbie Downer or negative talkaholic, like whatever you want to call it. I'm definitely one of those people that has a hard time that just naturally, it's very natural for me to have that negative self-talk, but it has gotten me stuck and caused problems for me as I'm as an entrepreneur and growing my business. And so how do you avoid it? That's what I want to talk to you about today. And what might you do instead so that you can get out of your own way and become that entrepreneur that you really want to be? So I've got a couple of notes, a couple different places. So that's where I'm looking off to if you're wondering where I'm looking at. So there's 3 tips that I wanted to share that have really, really helped me. And so I really wanted to bring this to you today as I thought about, okay, what can I share that really touches my heart that I really want to help people with? And so this is what I talked about or thought about because this actually, I just went through something kind of similar and had to utilize these ideas and these tips, these principles. So I wanted to share those with you. So as you're hopping on, make sure and say hi. I want to be able to say hi to you and where you're watching from. If you don't know me, I'm Debbie Dunford. It's nice to meet you. And I'm from the Salt Lake Valley area of Utah. So that's where I'm coming to you live from. So like I said, I kind of went through something similar recently. So I just wanted to share that with you and see if kind of my experiences and what I've learned and what I've done, failing, fast falling forward, as one of my mentors says, just wanted to share with you so that this can help you as well. So I have fibromyalgia. It is what it is. It's cool. That's not the point. But because of that, I started having a little fibromyalgia episode about 10 days ago. And I was like, I'm not going to let this beat me. I'm going to choose to make sure and keep going. Because in the past, for me specifically with fibromyalgia, if I don't stop at a certain point, if I don't just stop and rest, then I won't get better. I get worse and worse and worse. But I was like, you know what? I think I can still push it. I think I still can, and not have it be a problem. And so I pushed it and I still showed up, even though I didn't feel good. I mean, I didn't get ready for the day. I didn't do my hair. I didn't do things like that. I just did what was necessary. I prioritized things, right? So that I could still get things done. I could still choose and get things done, but then I didn't have to worry about the other things that didn't matter so much. But then I got worse. And so, that day was okay. But then the next day it was like, nope, you can't really do much. And I had to give myself grace rather than going into the negative, why can't you just do this? Come on, just get up and do it. Why, you're not getting hardly anything done. And all those negative comments that seem to naturally flow and come to me. I mean, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I have a business, I homeschool. There's so many things that I needed to do, right? And those negative thoughts can totally creep in so fast about how much I'm not doing, about how much I'm not doing this or that or the other, right? Let me know if that makes sense to you. And I really challenge you to be interactive on this and share this even with people that you could think that this could help. Anyway, so what I first had to do and what I want to do here for you is to just give yourself permission to not be perfect. Like days are not perfect. I don't know. My days are never perfect. I could plan and plan and plan and my days are still never perfect. Right. So I'm giving you permission and myself permission to not be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just do what you can. Okay. That's the one kind of idea that I wanted to share with you to help you with your mind mastery, right? Mindset is something different, and I haven't found mindset to be as effective. And I know that's controversial, but mind mastery, there's a different way of thinking so that you can be in charge of your mind and your thoughts. So just wanted to kind of set that foundational piece. So the first thing I really want you to do is instead of shooting for that 100%, is shoot for the 80. Okay. Now I had 10 days where I was up and down and up and down with fibromyalgia. Some days I could get up and do stuff, and some days I couldn't. So I was just shooting for 80%. Now, I don't even know, honestly, if I got 80% done, and that's going to kind of come into play here in a bit too. But that was okay because I just, it just was what it was, right? So instead of trying to shoot for that 100%, or even normally I shoot for honestly 80% because 100%, again, that's perfect. I'm not perfect. So I shoot for the 80%. So I was really shooting for more like the 50% of my weekly tasks. And I think I got that done. If I went through and looked at all the things that I crossed off my list of what I set up my schedule and do what I do and go through those. And yeah, as I look back here and cross things off, yeah, I got about 50% done, which was better than nothing, right? So on a normal day, on a normal week, I shoot for 80% instead of 100%. Or I shoot for 100%. If I get 80% done, I call it good. That's what I mean by that. The second thing is to evaluate rather than put yourself down. So instead of going into that negative space of, I just, all those negative things. What are some of those negative things? Let me know some of the negative things that you think, that you find yourself thinking, oh, darn, my hair was out of place. Or, oh, I talked to my kid in a way that I didn't want to. Or those kinds of things. Like evaluate. Okay, so what if I talked to my kid a way I didn't want to? Was there anything that worked? Well, it worked that I was talking to my kid. Like that's something I can see happened. What didn't work is my tone of voice. I didn't like my tone of voice, right? Things like that. So evaluate instead of putting yourself down. That's super, super key. And then the third thing is to just give yourself that grace. And that's what I was mentioning earlier. I realized that I was in a little fibromyalgia slump, and I couldn't do it. I just needed to give myself some grace and realize that I'm not perfect. This week, I'm not going to hit 80%, but I'm going to do what I can. I have the choice, and I'm going to do what I can, but I'm not going to be negative to myself about it. It is what it is, and that's okay. And by giving yourself that grace, by doing that evaluation, it allows you to be able to pick yourself up and try again. Because that evaluation is you focusing on the information piece, focusing on what's real, what's evident in front of you, rather than in your mind thinking those negative things. Oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do this. But instead, okay, what did I do? What worked about what I did? Is there something that I might do different? What didn't work? And doing that evaluation piece, so you're focusing on the emotion or the information of what you have rather than those emotions and those negative talks, that negative talk that we have inside our head. That allows you to go, okay, and then because that last part of the evaluation is, okay, well, what's something I could do differently? What are some other possibilities here? What might I try? And then that might give you that, there's something else out there that I could try. I don't have to stay here. Next time, I might change this. Okay. So just wanted to share that with you. It was just on my heart and on my mind, and I just really wanted to share that with you. And hopefully that gives you some value. Let me know what you got from this. Let me know what worked about this, and any thoughts that you had as this was going. Also, if you're watching the replay, just put #replay and I can come back and give a shout out to you. So have a great rest of your day. If you haven't yet, you can check out our fan page, my husband and I's fan page at David and Debbie Dunford in Facebook, and find us there, follow us there, and you'll get some more entrepreneurial business tips and things from there. So have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you later. Bye.